Hey guys, what's going on? Justin Masson here with Nintendo Dads, and today I've got a little bit of an interesting video for you. A couple of months ago, I was driving back, I think from EGX actually, and I began thinking on my drives from Dublin down about maybe what Nintendo was planning for 2019. And I thought, why don't I build out a timeline of predictions for what Nintendo was going to do? Because we do know some pieces of information, and we have historical data, and we have wishful thinking. So let's create what I believe to be is what Nintendo will do in 2019. So that's what I actually did. Now I literally hit record on my iPhone and just started talking to the memos. But what we've done is we've taken that idea, and with the help of our amazing friend Timothy Alf, we've actually built a timeline around that. So the audio is a bit shot. The graphics are fantastic. So thank you, Timothy, for doing that. And it seems a bit rambly because it is rambly. I'm literally in my car just talking, and I don't really have a script. I'm not thinking. I'm just rambling what's going off my head. So the flow isn't there. But what I present to you is what I believe, what my predictions are, Nintendo will do in 2019, their actual release calendar for the 2019 year. If you agree or disagree, let me know in the comments below what you think, and enjoy. It's a bit of fun. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Hey guys, what's going on? Justin Masson here with Nintendo Dads. Has Nintendo accidentally leaked the 2019 release calendar? Well, not quite, but here's what we're going to do. We're going to build out what we believe the 2019 Nintendo release calendar is going to be. So let's jump in, shall we? We're going to actually build this calendar using three very simple ideas and premises. Number one, we're going to pencil in what we actually know is firm dates for specific content. Number two, we're then going to use predictive patterning that Nintendo has used in the past to dictate what their next action is going to be. And number three, well, I guess with number two, that's also called logic. And number three, a little bit of wishful thinking. So, what games are we talking about that are in play for 2019? Well, first and foremost, new Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe is one of them. Then we have Yoshi's Crafty World. Then we have Animal Crossing, Luigi's Mansion as definites. And then we have some variable city, and Daemon X Machina as released or dates in 2019. Then we have some unknowns that are sitting out on the calendar, and that is Bayonetta 3 and Metroid Prime 4. Now what we're going to do is we're going to use these games to build out your calendar. Now what we're also going to do is we're going to interject some predictions for games that are not yet released or announced, but we're going to add those to the calendar as well. So let's begin, shall we? In January, Nintendo has already told us on January 11th they will be releasing Super Mario Deluxe Wii U. Whatever it's called. So that's a pretty easy lock-in. Moving into February, at this point, there's nothing on the calendar. March, they're going to release Yoshi's Crafty World, and this will be near the end of March. In April, they're going to release then their Labo Kit number 4. This corresponds to the fact that they did a Labo Kit in April of this last year, and also the last Labo Kit was about 5 months earlier and 5 months from the first Labo Kit. So we think that's a pretty safe bet. In May, don't be shocked if we have some type of Wii U port that is announced early in the year that's going to fill this gap. Potentially, this may be our Super Mario Galaxy or Super Mario World 3 or Super Mario World Cat Edition 3D World to fill the May port gap. In June, we're going to actually get a game we have yet to have been told about. However, this game is going to be very centric in online play and competition. Now, don't be shocked if this is actually Mario Kart 9. And I do suspect if Mario Kart 9 is going to be announced, we're going to get a first announcement for it in potentially Nintendo Direct held at either the end of February or early March. This will also correspond with the release of the smartphone app in the end of March 2019, which will have some connections to the June 2019 Mario Kart game, Mario Kart 9 or Mario Kart Switch, whatever you want, or Super Mario Kart, whatever you want to call it. The other variable here, potentially, if we're not going to do with Mario Kart, is that we may actually see the introduction of a sports game here. This could potentially be Mario Soccer, Mario sluggers, some type of Mario Online game. This isn't a huge shock. Again, if we look at the games that came out in March or June of the previous years, they were online focused games. So you look at ARMS and you look at Mario Tennis. These are online focused games that were in the June window. This will be maybe a week before or a week after E3 potentially, and then those games will also obviously be highlighted at E3. Coming into July, we actually have a couple things that could potentially land here. First, I believe this will be a good spot for Luigi's Mansion to hit right here. This will be probably early to mid-July, covering the gap that we would have seen this year with either Octopath Traveler or Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. Now, the other variable here that I might interject into July may also be a co-release of Daemon X Machina into the July schedule as well. Going into August there won't actually be anything because there are a couple months that we typically don't have any big first-party title games from Nintendo. This leads us into September. In September, you'll see them actually release Bayonetta 3. September is typically the release calendar for what we see a little bit of a more mature title. A couple of years ago, this was when we saw Pokemon Tournament or Pokken Tournament, and recently this is where we saw the Xenoblade Chronicles 2 Tora the Golden Country content be released. Moving into October, this, ladies and gentlemen, is where you'll actually see Animal Crossing, which will give Nintendo a lot of time over E3 and coming direct to actually really promote and encourage Animal Crossing. Look for this in early October to mid-October. Kind of the same range that we would have seen Super Mario Party released and also Super Mario Odyssey. Again, they're using this window for a little bit more family-friendly content or family-focused content that encourages, people to play together. Moving into November, we know that Pokemon is going to release their mainstream Pokemon game. Now, this is, of course, going to be released in November, and this will be right before Black Friday. Very similar to what we saw for Pokemon X and our Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee released in this window. So, folks, that leaves us with the final month of December. Now, for those of you keeping score and watching the timeline, the only game that's really left here potentially is Metroid Prime 4. We believe, or at least I believe, that if it's going to indeed be released in 2019, which, again, I think if there's anything that's going to indeed actually get bumped into 2020, potentially that could be Metroid Prime 4. If it is going to be released, I would anticipate it's going to be released at the end of 2019, in this early December period. Now, this does leave some other variables. I would not be shocked, oh, you know where we're going to see that port? Damn it, there it is. In preparation for Metroid Prime 4, we will see the Metroid Prime Trilogy Switch Collection coming out in August. That's where that port is going to be. Hey guys, that is the prediction calendar for what we're going to see for Nintendo in 2019 and where they're going to be releasing the games. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think? Are we crazy? Are we mad? What did we miss? What did you hope's on there? Thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye.